Hello, my dear fellow developers, and not only developers, but everyone who is curious about my Scottish experience. It's been 5 months since we arrived to Scotland, and a week ago we went back to our homeland, Bulgaria, for a vacation. And this trip triggered many thoughts and questions in my ginger head, and today I'm going to share them with you. Do I regret moving to Scotland from Bulgaria? When people ask me these questions, they usually mean weather and life costs that is much more attractive in Bulgaria. And yeah, they're right. Despite salaries in UK being higher than in Bulgaria, after I pay my rent, bills, taxes and everything, the leftover is almost the same as in Bulgaria. But here in Scotland, I can afford less for this money because prices are higher for most of the things. Not for everything. Let's say groceries are pretty the same, and sometimes they're even cheaper. But services, like labor, is more expensive, and I can't afford to go to hairdresser to paint my hair and £200-300 for just a hair. No. I don't do that anymore. And let's say recently my door lock got stuck and I couldn't exit my apartment, and I got super stressed. I broke this lock. You can guess how hard was it to break it, if even just female could do it. But after I broke it, I had to call an emergency locksmith to put a new lock, because I can't leave the door unlocked and go away. And this costed me £200 just for to put new lock. He didn't even need to remove the old one because I did the job somehow. Yeah, probably you could always find cheaper options, but in that case I just went for a first link from Google search. But honestly, is money the most important thing? Maybe if you don't have any, yes, but at some point other values start to take over you. And what is important for me? The society here is different. People here try to be kind to each other and they smile. And some people from my homeland and from Russia, where I'm originally from, they say, oh, these smiles are fake. I don't care. I prefer fake smile rather than sincerely mean face. People are very supportive here. They're less judgmental. Oh my god, I hope I pronounce it right. Yeah, they don't judge you. No one cares what you wear, who you date, how you look, and it's easier here to be yourself. Do I miss Bulgaria? I thought I do. I was smiling like crazy when I was boarding on the plane to go there, and I was incredibly happy to see my friends. It took me 10 years to meet them. I felt so excited to drive the highway from Sofia to my hometown that I drove so many times before, seeing the same landscape, seeing that amazing sunrise with a huge red sun appearing from the horizon. But when I entered the city where I lived, and I loved this city, I just wondered how I managed to spend so much time there. It's not my place, I don't belong there, and it's not my home anymore. And about dating in Scotland and in Bulgaria. That's a very subjective topic, of course, and I'm speaking only from my experience. Someone may have totally different perspective, and I don't want to offend anyone. So in Bulgaria, I used to date mainly in Burgas, where I lived, and in Sofia. And these cities are very different. The capital, Sofia, it's a big city, and obviously there are much more people, population 5 times bigger than Burgas. And Burgas is a small city on the seaside. It's a touristic city, and not many young people live there all over the year. In the matter of size, Edinburgh is somewhere in between of these two cities, but what I can tell is that quality of dating is much higher than in both of them, Burgas and Sofia. But on the other side, I find it harder to connect with people here in Scotland. I don't know why. Maybe it's easier in Bulgaria because of our common Eastern European mindset, or it's just passionate South nature. But the stereotype about Northern people being colder and more reserved, Scottish folks proved it to me. Nevertheless, I had many nice dates in these 5 months. There was only one date when I wanted to run away immediately from the beginning. Others were okay, but that was mostly foreigners who come here to study or to work, other immigrants like me. And maybe that's something common for immigrants to live in this expat bubble, and dating is not an exception. So we are mostly communicating with other immigrants, we are dating other immigrants, and local people, they live in their bubble. I don't know, what do you think? Share your experience in the comments below the video and we can discuss it if you want. So the favorite topic, when people hear about my relocation, they ask me about the weather. And weather and climate in Scotland, it was probably my biggest concern when I decided to move here. I'm really dependent on sunlight, and here in Scotland it's of course darker and colder than in Bulgaria. You can see it's like 4 o'clock and it's already dark, almost dark. But still, we have beautiful sunny days too, or half days, or mornings. Anyway, so I got used to it. I got used to this coldish weather, and I discovered some life hacks how to survive it better, and I shared them in another video, so you can just click the link here or find it in the description below the video. What I really enjoy here is that the air and the water in Edinburgh is very clean, and it felt immediately. My skin got better, even I didn't change my routine or diet or whatever. I think it's because of less exposure to UV light, and because of the water being softer and cleaner, and it doesn't irritate the skin so much. Of course, it has its price. The wind here is not a joke, but at least it just blows away all the shit. I also noticed that both me and my kid, we get sick much rarely here compared to Bulgaria. I had a really bad chest infection in December, but it was flu season, it was acclimatization, and also I was tired, I had not enough sleep, and overall I was in the very vulnerable condition. But besides that, we didn't really get sick much. And in Bulgaria, we usually, in the cold season, we both got sick at least once in like a couple of months. Honestly, I didn't expect that. I expected the exactly opposite situation. You know, I could continue comparing things between Bulgaria and Scotland, but the video will be just huge and no one will watch it till the end. Just to summarize, do I want to stay here? Do I want to settle for real, or I want to plan to move somewhere else? Honestly, it depends. It depends on my work here, it depends on my personal life, it also depends a lot on will I be able to afford my own place, to get a mortgage here or not. That's a really big factor for me. I know that mortgage conditions in Scotland are quite good, and if you're a first-time buyer, you need just a little 5% deposit. But I mean the little, because prices in the neighborhood where I live, they are starting like around 400,000 pounds, and I don't want to move to other place, honestly. I'm optimistic, but I have no idea what will happen in next few years. Maybe my restless soul will want to move in some other beautiful country, but for now I want to be here. Scotland became a home to me, and I felt it for real when I came back from Bulgarian trip. I'm happy here, especially when days became longer and I finally can see sunlight. I'm very keen on exploring this amazing country. And if you want to share any thoughts or comments or information on this topic, like Scotland overall and relocation, please leave comments below the video. I will try to cover these topics in the next video. And if you feel that you're ready to move to Scotland and you would like to know how I did that, check the video about my relocation here. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. Thank you!